Hello friends, Will here. Welcome to the Skate Oasis. So today we're taking a look at a board that I've been skating off and on for the last couple of months, the Santa Cruz Roskopp Face Reissue deck. Let's check it out. Stay tuned to the end of the video for my full in-depth review, technical analysis, and everything like that. But for now, let's skate. You don't have to do old school / 80s street style tricks on a shaped board like that, but it doesn't feel kooky at all. It feels natural. With a shaped board like this, my number one piece of advice would be plant your foot, grab your board, have fun. Hey everybody, we're back here in the office, the Skate Oasis headquarters, and it's time to dive into this board and see what it's really all about. So this board is a 2022 reissue of the original design from the 80s, and I got it in this awesome purple and like neon yellow finish. It's so 80s, I absolutely love it. It does feature some modern updates, most notably what Santa Cruz calls their Cruz Missile 2 concave. In Santa Cruz's own words, a multi-dimensional side-to-side concave and tail kick, along with a forward set rocker that locks your feet into the board.
Whoop-de-doo! What does it all mean, Bantam?
Boards that have smaller noses don't feel as locked in as boards with big noses, and having some additional and more complex concave on this board really helps alleviate that. Now it's time for some numbers. 31 inches long, 9.5 inches wide. The nose, this cute little fella up here, 4.57 inches. The tail, this absolute dump truck, 6.97 inches. And it's almost as wide as the widest point of the board. And like I mentioned, the Cruz Missile 2 concave extends into the tail. So the tail actually has its own little side-to-side concave as well, and it feels awesome. This wheelbase is 15.36 inches, so a little bit longer than your standard popsicle-shaped board, and it really helps add stability, especially in high speeds. And let's take a really good look at this shape. Like, look at this thing. Look at this thing. It's shaped like a rocket. I feel like I could time travel back to the 60s and single-handedly beat the Americans and the Russians to the moon. Definitely a wild experience riding this board. Now, no board is perfect. If you're really into technical flip tricks and technical grinds and tech skating in general, I don't think you really want a shaped board like this. That's not the style of skater that I am. I really don't do any flip tricks at all. So the fact that the board has a unique shape that changes the dynamic of how it flips in the air is not a deal breaker to me. Take a look at any video from Christopher Hyatt. He's a pro for Powell-Peralta. He rides a Steve Saez reissue board, which has a really similar shape to this, and he's sick. He can do incredible flip tricks on. Now, although I really like the shape and the concave of this board, not everybody will. If you've been skating popsicle-shaped boards for a long time, this thing might break your mind a little bit. Now, a board like this also makes truck sizing a little bit more difficult. So another potential negative is that you might have to buy new trucks. Now that I have all of my perceived negatives out of the way, I want to talk about some of the massive positives to riding a board like this, at least for me. It's a really fun and awesome shape. I found it to be really inspiring, like for my creativity, and it's got so much style. The lines are so nice, and whether or not this is important to you, this might be a huge negative, you're gonna get noticed riding this at the park. It features really bright, colorful, and iconic graphics. Santa Cruz is also a super trustworthy company, and from my experience and from what I've read online, their construction methods and quality control are both top tier, which is exactly what I experienced with this deck. Beautiful right out of the bag, and it's holding up incredibly well. It has no chips and only a tiny little bit of razor tail because your boy likes to do tail blocks. The big tail makes riding around super, super fun. And once I got used to ollieing it, oh my gosh, does this huge tail ever give you a ton of pop. The Cruz Missile 2 concave shape, personally, I found was very comfortable, but also precise. I found that really confidence inspiring just riding around, riding on the mini ramp and riding transition as well. This board is also gonna look so sick on the wall after it's all skated up and I'm done with it. I can't wait. If you have any questions or comments about this board, leave them down below. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to get a discussion going. So that's going to be the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you've seen, you can click somewhere over here to watch another video, and you can click over here somewhere to subscribe to the channel. Be excellent to each other, stay true to yourselves, and until next time, I'll shred you later.